Well, hello everyone, welcome to another YouTube video here on the channel. My name is Emily. Happy Monday. Hope yours is going better than mine is. That's not our train. This is our train. Welcome to Reigate, folks. This is 165106, and today we're in charge of train 1 Oscar 55 to 628 Reading to Gatwick Airport service. So this is my review of the ATS Class 165. So we'll just quickly get prepared. The guards open the doors, DRA is going to remain set, which is fine. And we'll talk through this a little bit when we get going. I'm just going to get the train ready now. So we've got a functioning GSMR, big fan of this, big fan. This actually visually looks very, like, art style wise. I'm not sure how much it fits because, like, the lighting and the font feels very 185. And I know it's the same system on all the trains, but it just doesn't feel quite right in my head. 1 Oscar 55, and we're going signal 004. So we'll get us registered onto the GSMR, and up here we want clear 027 Gatwick Airport. We've got the train FX screen, and you can also press F8, and that changes it to the Voltron, which is the older system. Lastly, Shift H1 gives us day headlights. We're ready to go. We're going to got about a minute. So I'm going to remain. Actually, no. I'll remain outside because this is actually quite a good service to review this with. This scenario does not come with the pack. This scenario is by me. Also, I can't say the word cert now or fur or the. I had a bad day yesterday. I'll just say that much. And yeah, so we're here. Like I said, Reigate. Visually, this is very nice. Got some lovely roof details as well, including things like. I'm presuming it's a GSMR aerial, but I'm not actually sure. But yeah, like I say, very nice. This is also a train that has just been in the game so long, it really deserved a new model. Or a new representation. So oh god, hello. You know, once you get inside, yeah, we're nearly going. So today we're calling at Red Hill, where we reverse and then head down to Gatwick Airport. This is the Reigate extension. I'm going to say it was a River Games thing. Anyway, so the overview, the ATS 166/165 models with realistic physics. That doesn't sound right. Grammatically. ATS 166/165 models with realistic physics, custom sounds, and detailed operational systems. I guess it works. Transmission simulation. There's lots of S's in this. Guard mode, working GSMR under S. Hill start, goddammit. Wheel slide, slip, affected by season. Oh, let's go. TPWS, a driver vigilance device, several passenger views, Voltron and train effects destination types, differences per class, windows, roof detailing and vents, etc. Installation is pretty self-explanatory. You download, just paranoid here, yeah, I'm fine. You download, obviously, the installer from the ATS website and install it. Congratulations. Keyboard controls, Q for AWS, L's cab light is standard, N and M do your cab doors, which is good to have those open all. You can also click on them and they will open. DRAs on the Y key, which is pretty standard binding. DVD, E key, standard binding. This is all standard TS stuff, really. F7 changes PIS between Voltron and Train FX. Control F7 toggles the lower section of the Voltron display. Control R is guard mode on off. F is the hill start button. C is the guard's buzzer. We're just in full power now. It looks great, by the way. Like the model, I love. Like it, I think I've not been on a 165. I don't think in real life, but it captures the image of them really well. We'll just shut off here and coast. What I can say is I know that this is a really padded timetable, so we've got plenty of time here. So, driving on operational systems, the transmission is simulated with the Voith T211RZ hydraulic transmission. That's step 2 I'm in. Got you. Step 2 is that. So you can... That is animated, which is cool. That is the hill start button. I just spammed there. Yeah, basically it's torque converter to fluid coupling. This simulated, please note RPM. The RPM on the hood will not change. Fair enough. Physics are simulated. The hood representation isn't 100%. Oops, I was a bit quick there. That was my issue getting into step 2 there. Apologies for that. There's another 165 opposing us. One limitation I've spotted, and I'll be totally honest, it's the one I've so far caught. This end thinks it's 165 102. Oh, and so does this end. That's really interesting, because mine, I had to change it manually to be 165 106 and 106, because one end thought it was 134. In which case, I retract my complaint. I got into idle now. There's a 50 limit coming up, but I'm just creeping around here. I know we're signalling at the platform, but like I say, we've got plenty of time. And I did a speed the last time, so I'm trying to not do that this time. Hill start, parent drawbacks and gradients. So you move PBC to break step 1, press F, then move to notch 3, wait for the RPM to build, then release the hill start button. That lets the brake off, you pull away. Emergency brake procedures. We'll have a good emergency brake procedure. Thank you. This is Red Hill on the Brighton Main Line. We have actually been here before. Well, I've definitely driven a train through here before. But I'm not sure I've done a route learner through here. Because the 37 volume 0 scenario where you basically drag a cross-country train up to here, it reverses and then disappears after Reading via the Red Hill line. Or via Reigate, sorry. So emergency brake, the unit stops, brake TPWS flashes, move the PVC control to step 3, acknowledge brake demand, wait for 30 seconds. So you do get a 30-second timeout, that's quite cool. Passenger information system, you got all sorts of different stuff here. There's 87 different options, I'm not reading through them all. But Debbie a lot. That's interesting. One limitation of the scenario is that 377 over there is supposed to attach to another 377, but I couldn't get it to do it without crashing. So now we're here, and you just get a 4-car. So the rear 8's been cancelled. The front 8's been cancelled, I should say. I now change over to driver-only mode. It's interesting that the doors do open at different times. I'm a fan of that. But we'll do H key twice, 3 times to get the reds. Key off. Yeah, just deregister, there we go. So this is the interior. I've not actually been, I have been on a 165, yes, when I went to pick up my tube again. It wasn't refurbished like this, it was a lot dingier than this. So these are pretty nice representations, as far as I remember. Mine was a 2.2, I think, so it might have been 166. But overall, I'm a fan. I like it. And I like it. There's not much legroom actually on them, is what I remember. But aside from that, they're commuter units. That's what they do. So you only get the passenger views in one vehicle. Fair enough. Now we will go poop. And oh, I forgot to set my DRA leaving the cab. We've got time here, don't worry. And we'll quickly just key on, reverse it to neutral. AWS reset. But so some of the unusual destinations on here that I see are, oh god, that wasn't supposed to happen. I've just closed the doors by accident. Oops. Well, I'm in control of the doors now. It's good that you can do that and have the guard release the doors. So the service is booked to be operate with a guard as far as Red Hill, and then driver only from there. I'm not sure why that is. I don't have access to GWR's diagrams, so I don't know if it's that for whatever reason, it's just, the driver does all the doors, but the guard's still there doing tickets, etc. On the way down to Gatwick, or whether the guard gets off here for a PNB. I don't know. Sorry about that. That came out of nowhere. I'm not even ill. Right. So, unusual destination to see here. From Gatwick Airport, Gloucester. Um, that's the West Country one. Sorry, that's not unusual. But Heathrow Airport, Heathrow Terminal 2 and 3, Heathrow Terminal 5 are on there, and I've never known. It just makes me wonder, have these ever been to Heathrow Airport? I've got a minute till we go. So, let's just do my quick little switch over to the Voltron. And it said Control F7. Oh, hello. No, it was toggling the lower line, but I don't know if that's just like via something. Just fair enough. But the Voltron, it looks very classic. It's not obviously accurate to this, but I'm a fan of the Voltron screens. It takes me back to a sexier time. 2004. Gatters, there we go. Right, green light, so we can let our DRA off. We're a minute till departure time. We've got to wait because it's the nature of the game, but I will go 30 seconds early. In fact, what I can do is, if I wanted to confuse everyone on the platform, it's cool, isn't it? Oh, that is actually really cool. So it's updated the interior, and then if I do... Okay, that's actually quite pointless, but very cool that the interior PIS screen updates as well as the exterior. To be honest, so obviously the Voltron system runs the auto announcer. You wouldn't in real life because Voltron only does the screens. It doesn't do the auto announcing. In real life, you'd have another control panel probably there for train effects. But yeah. Anyway, liveries that are available. Now this is one of my other points for this. First Great Western Dynamic Lines, First Great Western Plain Blue, Great Western Green. That's it. I watched a little bit of Alan's sort of release video when he said that basically the reason they didn't do Chiltern is no one would use it. I would put to him that I get that. Sorry, I'm just going to dispatch here. Definitely got the road. That signal doesn't apply to us because that's for that line there. Reverser goes forward. Doors are closed. PAS isn't clear. Stand back. Cool, thank you. And away we go. So a start limit of 15, but basically you're saying that the return for Chiltern wouldn't be significant enough to make it worthwhile for them. I get that, but I would put to them that the reason no one does Chiltern mainline is because there's no decent trains for it other than the 68, and everyone's done the 68 there and back, and now they're done with it. Like the so the 170 I guess is good, or the 168 as it is for Chiltern it's not good. It's okay. It's an old model now. You know, the AP 170 EP wasn't a strong EP when they started out, and over time it's not really helped it, right? The London Underground driving, you either love that or you hate it. I hate it. It's too stop-starty for me. It's too sort of throwing trains around. I'm more of an intercity driver, which this is sort of a nice hybrid for me for sort of regional express work. But you know, that is just my preference for driving. Is something that can be a bit more gentle, put a bit more skill into it. Yeah. Just going to go into full power actually. There we go. Just thrash away. Get up to 75. I do believe the line speed increases again. We might get up to the full line. Oh, there's a bit of slip there. Look at that. That was handy. But yeah. So that's just my thoughts there. I understand why they didn't do it, but I think had they done it, it would have, you know, been worthwhile. Also, fun fact for this scenario: all of the liveries you see are accurate. So most of the GTR fleet are now appearing on real-time trains. So I use there's a couple of 387s dotted about, and they have the correct liveries on. Quite a fan of that little thing I managed there. But yes, so to add 165 166s, go to ATS, Class 166, cool. They provide the 1650, the 1651, and the 166, including 2 car formations where applicable. Vehicle numbering, it's just standard stuff. I'm not going through that. Scenarios, all on the South Wales main line by Dovetail Games. Cool, there's 90. full power still on. 1 Foxtrot 20, 2 Charlie 67, 2 Charlie 96, 2 Uniform 2. Basically, it's Cardiff to Bristol and back rotations. Dovetail games with the original model because this is the TSW model of the 165, 166, and they basically ported it in and made it work. AND Games for the model conversion, artwork and scripting. DPSO Woody for the sounds, so that is Searchlight Simulations. Sean Gallagher for the sounds, Alan Thompson product management, Richard Fletcher scenarios. And as always, the beta team for their continued and relentless testing. And that's the end of the manual. So, Alan did pitch this in his video as a sort of good enough train. It's not the 185 where you've got sort of study level simulation and everything breaks on you. Well, not breaks on you, but it's got like that in-depth level of simulation. Fair enough. This is designed to be a decent train for a decent price, I think were his exact words. And yeah, I get that. To be honest, it's sort of... Oh, I didn't do my GSMR. How embarrassing for all involved. No. This is really difficult when you're on the move. Ah! I'm going to power off. This is really bumpy track. That Salford station we just bombed through. Hey. There you go, I didn't actually set any filters, so that'll work. I don't know if I cleared that too fast there for it to hit me, but... Let's put some brake on. So we're up at 85 there, so that's about as fast as you get on these, which is... They are nice little units, to be fair, the 165s. Like... They're a bit old now. Oh! I think you wanted step one. Yeah, so it can see a red, but it's a long way ahead. Let the brake off and just coast in. No. I said coast, thank you. Can I do that? Oh, that's a bit arsey. That, guys. Ooh. Like, at night that might look better, but oh, that's not a good look. Okay, that's another weak point. So weak points. The scripting for this is unreliable, is the way I would describe it. It didn't work for me. Might just be a me thing, or you know, might have spawned that other 3 car in. I've not tested it enough to know. I'll leave it at that. Here's Gatwick Airport. That is the... No, that's not Gatwick Airport station before, which I can't remember the name of. Lots of 700s on here, though. Like, you forget how many 700s there are until you start, like, doing runs down here. I pulled up to a single amber. I can see the single amber on the corner of the platform. Hence I'm accelerating gently. But no, overall, my 165 opinionations are... So 21.99 is probably on the high end, but bear in mind, I'm sort of still locked at 2019 prices. So, you know, I would have probably... I'm probably about 2 or 3 quid out. I don't have an ATS sub at the moment. If I did, yeah, that would have been fair and reasonable, 14.99. The way I look at the ATS sub for me, I don't know why that's happened, I'll fix that. But the way I look at the ATS sub is, it is, notice the use of the Great Train Robbery logos here, Southern 387s. They're on a little Hampton service, I'm going to say. AWS failed. I did not respond in time. Oh well. We'll see the TPWS kick in. Where's the TPWS lights? Up there. Oh no! Oh yes. There's Gatwick Airport. Luckily though, our tempo was padded to heck and back, so we've got time to reset this. So, it was. Let's look at the manual. Wait until the unit stops. Brake demand light. TPWS flashes. Okay. We'll pretend it has. 1, 2, 3. Acknowledge the brake command with the Q key. Light extinguishers. Okay, so had I not done that, I feel like it would have just let me go anyway. I do enjoy the AP signal EP. It just, we're just beyond it, but it still gives us the single amber with the lumen. Because on the southern region, they're not feathers, they're lumens, which is just weird. But there you go. I'm just shutting it off now. I'm going to coast. It's no point me thrashing this thing about the establishment. Yeah, I'm going to triple check why those trains aren't moving. But otherwise, it's an enjoyable little scenario. This is Gatwick Airport. First time I've been here in TSC in some time. I think the only other time I've been here was on the 460. I don't really do the right and main line that much. I probably should do it some more. Probably it's the TSC route, it's the TSW route, where it's now really quite old. Yeah, I think we actually drove this exact thing on a 165. So this exact model, pretty much. To be fair, the 165, so obviously they forwarded it in from Train Sim World. I think it was the right decision. I think it was the right loco to do, or the right unit to do. Because if you think of the TSW stock, or TSW library, other than the 20 probably, this is the 20, the 31... Maybe the 802 as well. Now that we've got an 801, that would be a good one to hear long term. But I'll sort of give them that the 801 to dovetail still quite new. They probably won't want to let go of that yet. We'll just release our cab door. We'll shut the cab off because obviously we're finished here. We'll just put the Great Western on. Oh. There you go. That works. That's definitely a thing I did there. Anyway, though, thank you guys very much for watching. I hope you did enjoy today's little video. Route 33, I think, is what we've had on the entire time. That's quite cool that doesn't change. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like the video if you did. Subscribe to see more from me on a very regular basis. Thank you once again for watching, folks. Short video today. But the 165 final verdict. Is it worth $21.99? Oh god. By 2025 prices, yeah, I would say it is actually. Thanks for watching. See you later. Bye bye.